What's up, attackers? Today we'll be talking about Shards Online from Citadel Studios. The game was first announced in early March when the developer announced that they were working on a badass new sandbox RPG called Shards. Quick backstory about Citadel Studios: they're a team that has previous work on MMOs like Ultima Online, Dark Age of Camelot, and Warhammer. Now, 2 months later, they finally released some significant information along with the Kickstarter launch. The headline of the campaign and the main selling point is that Shards will be a collection of online worlds where the community has ultimate power, a platform for player-generated content. Their press release boasts that they want to be the first ever player-run MMO. So, what is it about? First off, what is a player-run MMO? Is it some super sandbox game where players can basically mold the world as they see fit? Can we code our own features into the game, create entire worlds to inhabit, enjoy limitless character progression? Short answer, yes, all of that. Citadel Studios wants to break away from the modern MMO conventions of levels, classes, and quest grinds. They want a living virtual world where stories can emerge naturally as players explore the worlds laid out before them. Basically, players who purchase the game, there's also going to be an optional premium subscription if desired, they're going to run their own shard, which is simply like your own sort of game world. These shards are connected together to form a larger server, or as they call it, a cluster. Clusters tie the shards together with a single rule set to enforce fairness among the characters in the clusters. You'll be able to travel between the shards in your cluster with special portals that the server admins, or the gods, create. The modability on Shards really knows no bounds. You can adjust how combat works and plays out, you can create new magic, skills, and effects, you can create new animal species, storylines, quests, create NPCs, equipment, spawners, you can write AI for those NPCs and creatures, you can create new game modes, and the list goes on and on and on. There's really an infinite amount of ways to customize your Shard, and more will be added as development goes on, I'm sure. Shards will of course have what we would consider a must for an MMO in this day and age. You're going to be able to create new items through crafting, weapons, armor, and such from raw materials. There's going to be player housing where you can build your homes with your own architectural style. You can cultivate the land around you and create, everything inside the home to make yourself more comfortable. You'll even be able to employ NPCs to do tasks that you're not really interested in, like you can have them mine for ore all day if that's something you need, or maybe they can run your crops, whatever you're thinking. Let's quickly talk about combat. You'll have to excuse me, the combat can be kind of difficult to explain, mostly because you can change how combat works depending on your shard, so it's really up to you how you want the combat to play out. But this is what I gather so far. The Shards combat system is tactical and interactive, and your skill as a player will play an important role. You'll be able to build up any skills that you like to suit your character. You can employ special abilities and basically create your own fighting style, whether you want to be like a spell-wielding assassin or a backstabbing knight mage healer. I don't know, just throwing words out there now. In a sandbox game like this, there should be as few restrictions for how you want to build your character as possible. Shards Online will accomplish this by focusing on skills as the core aspect of your character development. You're going to have like the basic knowledge when you first start the game of swinging a weapon. You're going to learn new skills from a trader in town, maybe read some tombs found in a dark dungeon, or you're going to learn them from another player who has already mastered them. Once you've learned some skills, you can start gaining experience towards other skills and unlocking other skills as you advance. There is going to be a limit on how much a mortal can possess, which forces you to specialize in certain areas. So you'll need to deactivate certain skills in order to gain others, but the skill points are never lost. Players will be able to adjust their character's specializations periodically. There's really a ton more about Shards that I can go through, and the Kickstarter page is just a wealth of information. That's mostly where I got this from. But if you want to sit through and read all that, if you're really excited about Shards, then go ahead and do that. Stay tuned here to Attack Gaming for more on Shards, as we see. And of course, any other game that you can think of, please leave this video a like, a subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.